Hi, welcome to this week's Astrology Report. I am Jody Shirami, and this is Astropod_cast, my weekly astrology report. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Friday. The new moon happened yesterday, and we are still with the Pisces moon. The new moon was at 9 degrees and 41 minutes, and that will close out the end of February 2025. God bless us. We are moving along just like that. Just like we spoke about last week, things are moving so fast. And since Mars has woken up, the heat has been turned up. It is definitely warmer everywhere. A lot of the snow is melting, and yet we are still dealing with some severe weather in some places. And with Mars awaken in Cancer, we are also dealing with going back to what we have done since December 6th, and we are still in that because Mars is still moving out of Cancer, and it will take it quite a bit of time before it's out of Cancer, before it gets into Leo. A lot of us, the passive aggressiveness is lifting up, but with Mars here, we are still very protective of our home and our childhood memories that we hold on to dearly, because childhood defines who we are. As we've spoken about a lot, childhood trauma was being resolved out of the Pluto-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn occurring, because Capricorn is the home of the father, the rules. So we were healing ourselves through some of these rules that we had placed on us when we were younger. And now we are kind of free of those rules, sort of, kind of. And today, on the 28th of February, there's no leap year day this year, with the moon meeting up with the North Node into tomorrow. It's occurring tomorrow exact, but we're already feeling this. Mercury meets up with the North Node as it prepares to exit out of Pisces and enter into Aries tomorrow on Saturday, March 1st. That is a big deal because, again, Mercury is our collective thoughts, how we communicate, how we negotiate, how we speak to each other. As it heads into Mercury, we already saw some of what's going to occur the next month as Mercury prepares to retrograde on March 15th and move back again over these degrees we are at right now. So some big news happened today in the politics, in the political arena, with the U.S. President, the President of Ukraine, the Vice President of the U.S. Yesterday, the U.S. President met with the Prime Minister of England, whom is here to ask for continued friendship and support of European allies. And they had a verbal confrontation today that was so unprecedented. No one could have ever predicted this would have happened. Of course, affecting the stock markets. And so here we go. We're going to come back over these degrees again. What's occurring today, what occurred yesterday, what occurred today, what occurred all week. We're going to go back to it again. Cling, 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 wake up. Knowing what you're doing now is going to affect you in the future. Also, Venus, who went into Aries on February 4th, it was kind of an understory that no one really paid attention to. Venus went into Aries, but it did happen on February 4th. And a lot of February, as you've seen, has been kind of a blur. Everything happening quick, right? And so with Venus in the sign of Aries, she's absolutely uncomfortable here. She doesn't like to be rushed to prepare herself. When she's getting dressed or doing anything, she likes to think things through about what it is she really wants. So she's going to get that chance also, because she's going to go retrograde tomorrow in Aries. That is the beginning of March 2025. Aries going retrograde tomorrow, stationing retrograde, and we'll go back into her beautiful estate of Pisces where she's exalted and loved and spoiled. She's going to go back into there until April 18th. I believe. I might have my dates mixed up with Mercury. But anyway, she's going to go back into Pisces and go rethink and meditate on what it is she really values. Because when she's in Mars, she's in the home of Mars in Aries, she's rushed. She's hectic. She's sweating. She's not feeling like herself. So she needs to go back and take a little break back in Pisces again, where she was sitting on her bed of pillows and just being comfortable. So she has to go back to there for a while. Because many things happening. Eclipse season's beginning with a lunar new moon in Virgo coming soon. As you know, Virgo's the south node. The spring solstice is arriving on March 20th when the sun will shift into Aries. So March is March Madness on steroids. Whatever's happening now is going to pick up even more action as Venus prepares for her retrograde cycle. Because again, whenever a planet is retrograde, they are much stronger, because they're going over the same territory they already went over. And so they already kind of know what they want to do. So as they're going back to look around, as Venus looks around, she's trying to say, well, maybe I don't want this, I don't want that, I'm going to throw that out. Then when I head back into Aries, I can be strong and go for what I want. And Aries again is the cardinal fire sign. It is the first sign of the cosmic calendar. It is the new year of the cosmic calendar, March 20th. And we will talk about that as we head towards there. But let's talk about this week that we're going into. With Venus preparing to go back into Aries. Again, Venus is the sign of money. What it is you value, foods you like to eat, relationships, anything that is on the mundane level would be, pampering yourself is what Venus loves. And the world getting along in peace on the mundane level. But as you can see, as she prepares to go retrograde, what happened today in the White House was absolutely like watching the West Wing on TV back in the day. Whereas this is real life. The past 20 years as the universe has changed, and I've felt that, and that's why I started this podcast, and my son suggested it at the right time. Because now we're entering into an age where no one knows what's going to happen. It doesn't matter how many charts you read, you can see the repeating patterns in the chart. And so astrology is now a great tool for history in terms of you can go look at all the charts and when things are happening and where the planets are heading, and gives you an idea of what's getting ready to come, which is what we're talking about all these weeks and years now. We are being shown everything as Neptune went in there with Saturn. And Saturn's there showing us the mundanity of dreams. Like, here are some dreams people have, things that humans still hang on to from the caveman years. So these are depraved thoughts that have been in the world for a long time. And a lot of people are saying that during the Pisces era, instead of becoming more spiritually motivated and connected to ourselves and to the universe, we instead went into the delusional part of Pisces and followed religions that were harming us, and now all that's coming out to light also. The world isn't going to like everything it has to see about itself, so be careful with that. As the moon is shifting into Aries tonight, the moon will be meeting up with the north node in Pisces. And when that occurs tonight, we'll feel a need to learn more things, to seek out more knowledge, or to teach and help other people to handle all this chaos, and how do we get through it together as a community. So Mercury is going to go retrograde for a while, for a month, and by April 12th, it will be waking up, and we'll have a better sense of our own thoughts and minds, and our communication will be quick and fast and to the point in Aries. There will be no messing around with Aries. Aries, Mercury will be sharp and to the point, sometimes hurtful. And I've dealt with some people like that recently, because Mercury is preparing itself to go in this. You can already feel it. And a lot of times with Mercury in Capricorn and Aquarius, these things can happen. Whereas Mercury in Pisces would be a little bit too nice and too dreamy, and things get lost in translation. That's where this comes from, Mercury in Pisces. It gets lost in translation. So as the moon joins up with the North Node, we really will want to learn and feel what it is that we're here to do on Earth. And Mercury, again, is the great communicator. It's the fastest planet around the sun. It is the god Mercury, Hermes. That is the messenger. And if you've heard, don't shoot the messenger, that is Mercury. Don't shoot him when he has a message for you. Venus tomorrow, starting her retrograde phase. Again, she's confused. She's too aggressive in Aries. She's not sure sometimes what she's doing. And Aries energy can make her obsessive and chase. Because Aries energy is about the chase. You know, the expression, it's not about the destination, it's about the travel, or about how to get there. That's an Aries person. For them, it's like step here, step here, step here. It's not so much about the long-term view right now, unless they have other cards or other planets around that can help them be stable. They're more go, go, go energy of the baby. And so that's why they're so adorable, and you can't help but want to be around Aries people, because they're so creative. They are a fire sign. They're creative, and they're that out-of-control fire that blazes a trail. I wouldn't say it's controlled. The Sagittarius is the wildfire, and Leo's the fire in the chimney that keeps you warm at night. And then Aries is the fire that you would see coming out of one of those flamethrowers, like aim right at you. That would be Aries. And their energy is such that they love the chase, they love excitement, they can love you for a long time, but they need stimulation to keep it new and fresh, or they'll get bored and see you later. Especially as teenagers, they can be a little reckless. But overall, the Aries sun that I know are very creative and can be quick to say things to you. And you can recognize their energy because they're very childlike. And so, being the sign after Pisces, sign next to each other are always a lot of different energy. We're going from a deep ocean water to a fire that's raging to get out and, you know, burn stuff up and conquer and stuff like that. So without the wisdom of Pisces and all the knowledge that you've gotten from there as a baby when you're born, all that knowledge is within you, and it's up to the Aries to release that knowledge, and that's what we're at. Venus is learning how to release her passion, and so as she goes to sleep here, she's going to go back again and go talk to Neptune, go talk to the North Node, go talk to everyone that's in Pisces still, because there's 6 planets there still right now. And as she's back there, she'll get more confidence, wake up, and go into Aries with confidence to charge ahead with what she's been planning. But without this little restful hibernation, that's 40 days and 40 nights. Have you ever heard of that? It's when Venus takes her long nap every 18 months. Mars takes it every 24 months, 2 years about. So these planets don't retrograde much, but they are a personal planet. So when they retrograde, just like with Mercury retrogrades, it affects all of us personally quite a bit besides the collective. And again, a lot of what we saw today was definitely crazy. And so this is going to affect all of us for the next month, especially in the mundane world politically. What happened today in the White House is going to affect all of us worldwide, because now we're dealing with peace, and every world war has began in Europe, right where Ukraine is, right in that area. There is a deep-seated something going on in that area that they keep fighting and bringing everyone else into the world into it. If they're not attacking each other, Europe, and Russia's part of Europe, if they're not attacking each other, then they're attacking inside of their own country, which is what's happening now in America, where civil war has begun in terms of the way they're laying off a lot of workers, federal workers, and then the federal workers are suing the federal government. So that's civil war. Civil war doesn't have to be fighting, killing. It has to do with internal disruptions and disputes, like within a family. That is a civil war, when your own family can't get along. We have to really get back to civic duty in America to understand that we all make America great, not just one person or one group of people. It's all of us. And we really need to understand the Mercury and Venus right now, after Mars has been retrograde in Cancer and Leo. Now we're understanding that Venus and Mercury are going to go retrograde in Aries and Neptune, the spiritual to the physical. And so Mars rules Aries. And so Mars being awake with Aries there today, with Mercury and Venus there, with all that happening, with Mercury getting ready to go in there, we saw it blow up today, literally on TV in front of the whole world. So we really have to understand that what we do, children hear, how we live, someone's witnessing it. And so I'm kind of happy Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde and Venus, just because I think that people could use the time out to really, with Mars time out, our energy was so screwed up that a lot of things, just happened we didn't even know or see. It just went by so quickly too. Not quickly in terms of time, but quickly in terms of, do you think we had enough time to figure out what we're doing? Yeah. So this whole year, we're going to get a chance to really sit with ourselves and think. And I have felt this Mercury getting ready to go into Aries. I've been talking and blah, blah, blah a lot. But today, I felt the difference. Today I could tell that I need to have more time to think, because the day went by so quick. And I don't usually do my podcast this late. But it's late. I just had so many things to do, and then time just got out of my hands. Basically, I would watch out this week for impatience and for spending money. Really be careful spending money. Today's the blackout day against all the DEI deniers that are corporations. Just be careful. Don't sign anything unless you really have been thinking about it and working on it for a while. Be kind to yourself first and foremost, because if you're not going to be kind to anyone else, and I guarantee you that, because I've seen it in real time with myself, with other people, and it's hard, but you got to find that time to meditate and be with yourself. Every morning I do my meditation and I read, and I want you to know that really feels good. You can feel like you've touched your spiritual self today, you physically show people you love them, and that can make a great day. It makes time fly, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I go pick up my kid at school. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll be back next week. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube page at Astro Potters Cast, my Instagram page, also my Twitter page, which is at Jody Boots. I really appreciate you guys, and I will be back March 6th, I believe. Oh my God, time's flying. March 6th, next Friday, and we'll talk a little more before spring break comes in. Okay, so thank you. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Be careful. Remember to breathe. If you're having problems, breathe, breathe, breathe. I appreciate you, and I'll be back next week. Mwah.